Hey guys, Wizard101 guy here. We're back, and today we're going to be starting Tomb of Storms, starting with Hechaldim, who's going to get us in there.
You cannot simply march into the Tomb of Storms. You must possess 3 golden scarabs, and I only have 1.
Oh, you have 2 of them? Easier than I thought. Take mine by all means. That should get you in there if you've not already found the means, oh crafty one. Touch each scarab in turn to each of the obelisks, and you will activate them. Then the tomb and its secrets will open to you, assuming you've not already found your way in.
Greetings,
Right.
student of wizardry. For he's intimidating me with his stare, and I'm afraid to confront him.
Go
Could you
around
talk to
here
him for me?
and
Menders are
activate
quite
or
shy by
interact with
nature,
these
you know.
pillars, and this thing will pop up. This takes a while usually. They're all kind of moving around. You see, take a while to and stabilize or whatever. We should be getting some coming up soon. Here we are. And before we go in, back around this way, we have a beetle. So that's the Tomb of Storms beetle right there, and now we go in. Here we are.
Greetings.
Don't fear me. I would like to atone for betraying the Order of the Fang. I was blinded by Crocopatra and foolishly gave her the Croconomicon. With it, Crocopatra could force any Croc spirit to rise in her service as her new army. We must stop her from using it if it's not already too late. To reach her, you will need a 2-part cipher. The head of the Onyx family has the first part, deep inside the Onyx tomb. Be careful.
Alright, let's go get that. And I went the wrong way, but I think there's stairs over here. Yep. So, Onyx family tune. This will be the first place we go into. And then, is it down here? It is. Okay. And then I think we go into the Koronaron Barracks for the second part of this, maybe? You know, I said there might be quite a few parts on this, but I actually think it's not that long. You just do a few boss fights, and then you do 2 dungeons. So, I don't know, we might do these couple of boss fights in a dungeon in one. That's not who we're fighting. We're just going around. And then we might do the other dungeon in the second video. There could still be a third video though, because there is, I don't remember the name of it, but there's a dungeon similar to Sunken City that's really hard for people that are in this area. And we're almost here. Alright, I'm gonna have to check what kind of deck we'll need for this. Okay.
If you have not come to bask in my glory, you must be punished.
And that's cool, there's a teleporter there. So let's see, we don't need poison. That was a card we recently got. We don't need Spirit Trap either. This boss will probably have around 800 or 900 HP or health. And then the minion will probably have like 400 something. So, oh, but the minion might death shield, so let's put in a couple imps. Blade and Trap into a Colossal Frog. Did I get some of these Spirit Blade cards? I do. Alright, so Blade Trap, maybe a Spirit Blade or a second Trap, and then Colossal Frog, and that'll probably be good. Okay, the minion has more health than I thought. That's fine though. He boosts anyways. Just started out with the Death Blade. Wait a second. Why did I put imps in my deck? That doesn't... I don't need these. Silly me. I don't need them because I'm not worrying about life shields, I'm worrying about death shields. I would be worrying about life shields if I was facing something death and I had to convert it. Death Shield would still be bad though. And I kind of want to hit right now and maybe just have a follow-up Banshee on the boss in case of a Death Shield or something. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Throw down the second Death Trap before I Colossal Frog. I should have just done it. A weakness too. Oh, it's not a weakness, but well, let's hope we don't fizz. Ooh, got him. No fizz on my nizzle. Oh, shizzle. I got him. Ah, I didn't got him, but he only has 30 health left, so I can finish that off with the wand attack. And minion got him. He didn't have like any health, or he did that. He boosts death, so he was able to die from that attack. And oh, storm resist though. I don't think it's that high though, is it? All right, not high enough. Still was able to finish him off. And talk to Ghost of Krokotep, which we can do right here.
Great job, young wizard. If only I had had half your courage. Now you need the second part of the cipher. It was cleverly placed in the tomb of an opposing family, so that no one would ever unite the two halves. Let's see how clever that really was. Find the head of the Jesuit family in their tomb, and bring back the second part of the cipher.
Yep, okay. So I'm pretty sure that's all we do in the Onyx family tomb, and this is all we're gonna do in the Jesuit family tomb. And then after that, we're gonna enter the Karanan barracks, or barracks. Keep mispronouncing that. And there's a dungeon, I believe, that's called the same name within there, which is what we're really gonna do. There's some cool stuff I have to show you in there before we get to the dungeon, though. A housing item to pick up, and I think there's a secret shop as well. I might have to look around for that. Oh, and there's a beetle in there. So, I could be wrong in what we have to do, though. I want to say in that dungeon we just fight 4 bosses in a row, and they're like all brothers or something. Oh, that's actually where I got my wand from. I got Bolt Blade as a drop from one of them. And where are we going? Over on this side. Alright, looks like we can probably have the same deck.
You must be mad to challenge someone as great as me!
Probably the same. The boss has a little bit more health. That's fine though. And I kept the imp in. I should have gotten rid of it. All right. Since we don't have a normal blade, I'm just going to Spirit Blade. I would have also trapped if a trap showed up. Can't wait till level 25 and I get a real Spirit Blade spell. That'd be great. Power Pip, nice. Not that I really need it though. Normal blade, let's get rid of this imp too. And then I'll probably throw down a trap before I attack. Just the 35% one from my amulet, and that should be fine. Oh, I love it when mobs or monsters or whatever, enemies, whatever you call them, give blades to one of their friendlies, an enemy of mine. That doesn't make any sense. I said that really terribly. I like it when, for example, someone like a life enemy puts a life blade on someone that's not a life enemy, because then they can't use it. I still think I worded that poorly. But this battle's a lot quicker if this gets them both. Yep, that was good. That one dealt more damage since I had the Spirit Blade instead of normal Death Trap. Wow, that dealt a lot to that one. Any cool drops? Nothing really. Is there a thing here? There is a thing here. Good portals. I love them. Back to this guy again already.
You've done well, but your trial is only beginning. Your next quest will test your courage like never before. Krakopatra rules from the Temple of Storms, secured by only one key. To make matters worse, 4 princes guard it within the royal palace. The Scythers will get you into the palace, but to even reach it, you will need to make your way through the Karanan barracks. I'm sorry for the task ahead of you. Once you defeat the 4th and final prince, Aka Karanan, you will have the temple key at last. Good luck.
Yep, so now we just get the temple key from this guy. Well, the dungeon, 4 bosses, and then we're off to the Temple of Storms. So, this place is actually quite a bit quicker than the Krakow Sphinx. I think at the end of the last video I was saying this place is a bit longer. I was probably just remembering all the side quests in this area because there's quite a bit. And I'll see you once I'm at that dungeon. Actually, no, I won't, because I'm not gonna skip ahead, because just shortly there's gonna be some cool stuff to show you on the way there. Yep, right here in this area. Okay, so first cool thing, right over here, you can pick this up. Hieroglyphic fire tablet. It's a housing item that you can pick up. You see those occasionally in places. And one of these places is a secret shop. I think it's well, maybe one of them's a secret shop. I could be remembering incorrectly as well. Here's the beetle. You can get a secret shopper badge if you go into a secret shop 5 times. And is this one? I thought there was one in here, maybe not. Still a bit to go until there. Or maybe not. I think it's actually right around this corner. Karanan Palace. Okay, so it's named differently. It's not Karanan Barracks. Oh, maybe it's not right around the corner. Still getting pretty close though, not that far away. Where is it? I thought it was a lot closer than this. I don't remember having to go through all this before. And we're finally there. Sorry for the wait. Alright, entrance to the Karanan Palace. Defeat Prince Mkai Karanan in Karanan Palace, and we'll do just that. What level are we? 20? We are. Okay. There might be some gear upgrades for my hat I could get, but not really worth checking out. Nobody's in here to guide us this time. We just have to go and do it. Is that right? Is it just this one that we have to fight? Oh, no, okay. Normally it'll, like, say, go defeat this last guy. But, this one, like, guides us through all 4 in a row. This place is a big square, by the way. Or, well, kind of. Like, you'll fight this guy, and then you'll go through here, fight this guy, go through here, fight this guy, go through here, fight the last guy, and you'll be back where you started. Alright, so I will be back in just a second, and we'll fight this guy. Alright, I'm back, and I remembered something. I need to get rid of these imps because they won't be useful, and instead I'm actually going to add in a couple of dark sprites in case if there's a death shield. Hopefully I don't have to use that because then I'll lose my death blades and possibly death traps, but other than that, I think we're gonna be
You
good.
will test your might against me, and you will fail. Why even try, weakling?
So let's go. Oh, these guys have a lot less health actually than what I'm used to. So, okay. This is easier than I thought. I figured the last boss we fought had like 800 and the minion had like 435 or something, so I was expecting more. I'm gonna try and Colossal Frog here, and if it doesn't get him, I'll Dark Sprite or something. Mainly to kill the minion, and then there's no chance of a Death Shield. Yeah, I didn't get. Oh, well, actually, I can't use my wand attack against him because he is Storm. I can use a Dark Sprite, though. I have one more in my deck. I can also Vampire or Colossal Frog again or whatever. I will throw down a wand attack, though, and then Dark Fairy will definitely do enough to finish it off. As long as I don't get weaknessed, which I didn't. Alright, Dark Sprite, here we go. Easy enough. I didn't even take any damage. Nice. The one attack this guy was able to try to do, he fizzled. As is the way of Storm. A door has opened. Nothing special with loot. Most of the time you don't get anything special though. And now, so we just defeated Prince Makai Karanon. And now we have to defeat Prince Meti Karanon. I'm gonna try and grab a Mana Wisp here without getting caught in battle. Always pick up reagents on the ground. You'll never know when you need them if you're gonna be doing crafting. Definitely useful. Ooh, a death. So let's get rid of this. We might actually need an imp now, and then some death prisms. I'm putting in a few, 3, even though I won't need that many, so that way I'm more likely to get it on like my first or second turn.
It would be quicker if you just admitted defeat now.
So let's see how much health these guys have. It's only a rank 3 boss. It's more health, but not as much still. The minion has more health, which is fine, because he has less health than the boss still, and I'm gonna be basically putting a trap on him with the convert. Alright, there we go, there's the convert. So, okay, let's just do this. I'm thinking Spirit Blade next turn, and then we can probably Colossal Frog. We might need another trap on the boss though, or a first trap on the boss to get him down, or no, one-shot him. I might put a death trap if I get a card in my hand. I didn't. I have 2 power pips. Wow. Actually, I'm just gonna Colossal Frog, and if it doesn't, I'll be able to Banshee next turn, or Vampire if I get another power pip actually. That'd be cool. This should definitely finish the minion, since he'll be boosting, and I have the blade, and all that other stuff. Yeah, boss lived. Okay, that's fine. I'll Banshee the next turn, though. Yep, minion's definitely dead. I like it when Storm steals other school spells because they don't deal as much damage. Ice Snowman or Storm Snowman, whatever you want to call it, would only deal like 240 to 300, whereas the equivalent level for a Storm Shark deals about 400. Vice versa, that I don't like. Was there something that popped up here? No, okay. I don't like it. A door has opened, by the way. Don't like it when someone, say, an ice school steals a storm school spell, because the ice also have typically more health, and they also have tower shields. So now we have to defeat Prince Ati Karanan. We just defeated Prince Meti Karanan. And then there's only one more after that. And hopefully that boss will be a bit more of a challenge. Alright, still a rank 3 boss.
Fool! If you do not bow before me, you will fall before me.
Got the Death Prism, that's good. So I won't be needing the Imp. And then I think I'm going to Death Blade, trap the boss once or twice, and then hit. We don't need these one attacks. Yeah, boss has got even more health now. So it's been 510, then 600, then 700. The final boss in this dungeon, which is the next boss, will probably have 800. We've fought bosses with 800 health before. Just gonna have to get some more blades and traps on. In general, it's better to use more blades and traps than it is to hit multiple times. Every time you stack on a blade or trap, it stacks multiplicatively rather than additively. And it might sound a bit weird, but let me explain what I'm saying. Let's say you have something that deals base 100 damage, right? And then you cast a 20% blade and a 50% blade, right? If it were to be additively, 20% and 50% is 70%, so then it would deal 70% more damage, which would be 170 damage. But that's not what it does. What it does is it takes the 100 damage and it adds 50% to it first, so that'd be 150, and then it adds 20% again. So 20% of 150 would be 30, so then it'd be 180 rather than 170. And so that'll keep stacking the more blades and traps you have. Oops. And it also stacks with boosts on other characters, and it also stacks with the boost you get from your clothes. So I have 13%, I think, so it adds even a little bit more on top of that. It's similar to compounding interest, if you've ever heard of that. In the way that, like, the more blades you have, the more, like, it'll multiply itself by. And you go collect temple key. We get this from Akka Karanan. I believe Akka Karanan is the one that I got my blade, my staff from, my wand from. Oh yeah, the effect I said, it's not just blades and the boost, it's also the traps. Like everything, they all get multiplied together rather than adding them up first.
I do not recognize you. Therefore, my face is the last one you will see. Prepare yourself for pain, wizard.
Alright, this guy's a rank 4. He's probably gonna have more health. Okay. So, the exception to... Well, there are exceptions. There are multiple exceptions, but it's not always best to do just one hit, though. For example, in this fight, he has 900 health, but the minion doesn't have as much health. And the attack I'm using hits everyone for the same amount of damage, even though the boss has almost twice as much health. In this case, it might be better to hit both of them once and kill the minion, and then do a second attack to kill the boss. This is even more true in later worlds where there's a larger threat of dying, because you want to kill, like if you're fighting, like let's say a boss and 2 minions, right? Or sometimes you'll even have to fight a boss and 3 minions. There are times when you have to do that. Then what you'd want to do is use a hit all attack, so like Colossal Frog or Scarecrow or Krulu for Death. Those are the or there's also Deer Knight if you craft that, and then for other schools like Stormlord and whatnot. So you would use that and blade up enough to kill all of the minions. You wouldn't want to trap because you'd have to trap all 3 of them rather than blading, which you just have to blade once and it affects all of them. Blades also typically have higher percentages. So do that, and that way your health will be fine. And then you might heal up then, and then you'll build up an attack for the boss. And at that point, you're only taking damage from 1 character rather than 2 or 3 or 4. So you don't have as high of a threat of dying. Usually when I'm fighting 2 bosses, or just 2 though, like a boss and 1 minion, I try to do it in 1 attack, but it kind of depends on how... Oh, I didn't even kill this guy with my attack. Okay, I'll use a wand hit on him. It kind of depends on what spells you have, what item cards you have. Item cards are cards that are given to you from your clothing or your pet or something. And then you can use treasure cards too, like how I have the Spirit Blades. I don't have Feint yet, which is a main component in this. See how much health the boss has? He has about 450 out of 900, so it dealt about half. If I would have had Feint, that's a trap that is plus 70%. Very huge trap. A lot of times what I'll do is just feint the boss, and then maybe put 1 more other trap on him. And then it would have dealt more than twice as much damage, and I would have been able to do it in just 1 shot, rather than 2. But then, another thing is... Ooh, I leveled up from a battle. Oh, no, it's from the dungeon quest. We also got a Storm Salamander. Okay, so what I was saying was... yeah, once I get Feint, I will be doing more 1 attacks than 2 attacks, because you're able to boost 1 target so much, rather than the normal traps, which are just like 30% or so. This doesn't take us back all the way, does it? It doesn't, so let's go to the Oasis. I didn't mark location. That's still from over there in the Crocosphinx. Sorry if what I've been saying is a little bit confusing. I tried to make it simple. I think we have to do this every time. So let's do it. Takes a while for it to get up though. Bit unfortunate. Yeah, Feint is the main thing. Also, treasure cards of Feint. I don't have any right now, but you can usually buy a lot. So if you use a Feint and a treasure card Feint, you'll be doing about 3 times as much damage to that 1 target than you would to the other ones. So let's say a minion has 1,000 health and the boss has 3,000 health. Instead of having to kill the minions and then save up a big attack for the boss, you could just feint the boss twice and it would be enough.
You did it. A most excellent display of bravery, young wizard. I thought no one could ever make it through. You see, I was the one who created those obstacles. When I awoke, I feared these strangers digging up my home. But you, a stranger, have shown me that Crocopatra is far worse. I hope I can repay you. It's time for your final and most important task. I'm only sorry I could not do it myself. You must enter the Temple of Storms and defeat the mighty Crocopatra. Only then can you recover the Croconomicon and keep it from falling into the hands of evil. Inside the temple, you will find the gatekeeper. Tell him I sent you, and he will guide you to the end.
Alright. Wow, this, man, I was just so busy talking. It's already the end of this episode. And in next episode, we will take on the Temple of Storms and Crocopatra, which is the last dungeon and boss you fight in the main storyline for Crocotopia. and we also get our spell, and we'll be moving on to Marleybone. But before that, hopefully I'll be able to take on this dungeon over here. I can't get the quest yet because there's no exclamation mark over his head, but I will, I think, after I do this dungeon. I could be wrong. Alright, so see you in the next episode, guys. Bye.
Gotep ensured only the worthy could enter the inner sanctum. If you dare, step onto the teleporter at my right to try the test of strength. See if you can defeat the Son of Swords. Wait. Next, you must show cunning as well as might and solve their riddles.
I thought that there was a